Welcome, beautiful yogis. So today I'd really like you to switch off as much as you can for your practice. So if you are wearing any smartphones in terms of your watches, please just switch off those notifications. And we are going to begin at the front of our mat. Now always remember, if there is any injuries or pain points in your body, just adjust and modify as you need to as we go along. So bring your feet together, spread your toes nice and wide, ground your feet, palms face forward, crown of the head reaching to the sky, and close your eyes. Tuck the tailbone under and stand nice and tall. So this is called mountain pose, grounding your energy. And regardless of what is going on around you, just again, bring your energy into your feet and draw up nice and tall through the crown of your head. Eyes are closed so that you really connect inward. Reach those fingertips down and then lift the head to the sky. Now open the chest up by just drawing the shoulder blades back a little. And tailbone is also lengthening down. So what we're doing here is just making little alignment adjustments to help you feel open, to help you feel strong and tall. So grounding yourself, whether you do this in the morning or during the day or in the afternoon, always ground your energy. It gives you clarity for what lays ahead. It also gives you a sense of security and safety. And you draw your attention back inward where that is the most important place for it to be. All right, deepen your breath. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Breathe it out again through the nose. Take 1 more. And breathe it out. Open the eyes. Bring your palms together up over your head. That's it. Reach as tall as you can. Pistol grip your hands. So point those fingers to the ceiling. Reach up, maybe look up to your hands if that hurts your neck or creates any dizziness. Look forward, lift as high as you can. 2 more breaths, keep the belly in, grounding those feet. And when you're ready, as you exhale, palms come center down, bend your knees, and let's forward fold. Soften your knees to give your back a little release. We're going to take 1 more breath here. All right, and hands onto the shin bones, look ahead of you, flat back. Ground your hands onto the mat. Let's step back into your plank position. If you need to modify, drop your knees down. Otherwise, hold strong, 4-point plank. Press the floor away from you, belly in, head forward. We're gonna take 2 more breaths. As we lower the chest down, keep the elbows in and lower the chest all the way onto the mat. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Lift your head and your chest up. Now, don't feel obliged that you have to lift really high because therefore you're using your arms. Come to a place where you feel your back is working, but it's not compensating. So I like to use the gauge with or without your hands. You are in the same position, and that way you know your back is activating and you're strengthening as opposed to weakening. Keep those elbows in, lift your chest, lift your chin a little higher. Squeeze your buttocks. 1 more breath. And release. We're gonna sit back into a child's pose. Relax your head down, rounding your back. Take 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. And come onto tabletop. Downward facing dog. So in your down dogs, make sure your fingers are spread wide. And again, spread your toes wide. And let your head hang. So let's look underneath each armpit, under one side, then the other. Just do that a few times. Sorry, my shirt is creeping up. Hope you can still hear me. Okay, let's come back to center. Bend your knees, look forward. Step your right foot forward first, then your left. Bend and take your arms wide, big deep breath in, reach your palms to the sky. Maybe look up Exhale, release, hands down by your side. All right, let's tuck this in so it doesn't creep back up. Okay, pistol grip your hands. Big deep breath in, reach up. We're going to slightly lean back. Contract your buttocks. Exhale, forward fold. Release those hands down, either onto the legs or onto your mat. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Hands flat down, step back, plank, hold again. So we're just warming things up. And with plank, it helps to strengthen your core. If you notice your back is collapsing, so you're feeling it in your back, lift your hips a little higher. Take one more breath here. And again, elbows in, lower the chest down, feet as wide as your mat. This is just to help keep the back in a nice supportive position. Elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. Hold your pose. Again, if there's any back discomfort, lower down. Take one more breath here. And we sit back into your child's pose. Rounding your spine, let your head be heavy. One more breath. Come back onto all fours, prepare for your downward facing dog. Again, lengthen the heels down. Your heels don't have to touch. And that's more of an ego thing. As long as you're feeling it through the soles of your feet, back of the legs, and hopefully up through your spine, then you're doing the right thing. Okay, let's bend the knees. Step your left foot forward. Look where you step. And then the right. Exhale, forward fold. Take your arms wide, big deep breath in. Reach to the sky. And exhale, release, hands down by your side. Okay, we're gonna do one more round, a little bit quicker each side. So palms together, big deep breath in, reach up, slightly lean back. Oop, lost my balance. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands flat down, step back, plank, lower the chest onto the mat. Take your feet wide again, lift up, press the floor away from you, maybe lift a little higher. Good, sit back into child's pose. So stretching out your spine and moving those hips. Inhale, roll forward, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Let your head hang, look to the back of your mat. Good, look forward, bend your knees. Right foot forward, then your left. Exhale, fold. Come up into your mountain pose. So lift up with a tall chest. Open up those airways. Exhale, release, hands down. Last one. Pistol grip your hands, big deep breath in, reach it up, maybe lean back. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe it in. And step back, plank, lower the chest onto the mat. Again, always mood modify as you need to, so move in a way that feels good. Come into your cobra and back into your child's pose. Inhale, roll forward, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Keep breathing. Now you don't have to be in time with the breath that I cue. As long as you're breathing, you will find your own rhythm. Okay, bend the knees. Last step, forward the left foot, then the right. Exhale, fold. And big deep breath in, come up to mountain pose. Exhale, release, hands down by your side. Let's go into your hip circles next. So feet wide, circling around. Okay, 5 to 7 circles each way. Big circles, if you're sitting a lot, have tight hips, tight lower back, or even through the inner thighs, just doing this consistently will help to loosen up your hips. If you're traveling a lot, again, it's that long flight. Well, only if you live in Australia, really, having to travel. Oh my goodness, we are on the other side of the planet from everything else. All right, feet close together, so 5 to 7 with your hip circles, standing nice and tall. Again, spread your toes, rising up and down through the balls of your feet. Awakening of the feet. Now, if you have a tendency, and I do this as well, to roll your feet out, then be mindful to use your big toes. And what this will do, it will strengthen the inner arches, strengthen those inner calves, Is it good? And if you have flat feet, this will also help to strengthen those muscles. Good. Okay, couple more. I've just been for a run, so my calves are on fire. All right, let's go into your ankle rolls next. 5 to 7 circles each way. Now, when you're doing this, try not to collapse down. Stand tall. Your leg doesn't have to lift up very high. About 5 to 7 circles each way. Good. Both sides. If you feel a little wobbly, feel free to go closer to a wall to help you balance until you get more confident. Good. Okay. All right, shake those legs and arms out. Take your feet about shoulder width apart. Stand nice and tall. And we're going to reach one hand down the leg and then up and over to the other side. Good. So just keep alternating. And as you do this, be mindful not to collapse forward or push your hips out. Just reaching side to side. And again, breathing in, breathing out. A few more each direction. So what we're doing here is loosening up through those backs and the hips. Okay, so anything lateral movement. Okay, very rare that we actually reach to the side unless we've dropped something. So good. Especially if you have tight hip flexors, which go right up into the abdomen, or tight obliques, so those muscles around the side of your abdomen. Good. Come back to center. Let's go into your shoulder rolls. So we try to move through all the joints of the body. Again, so the more that we're moving them, the more lubrication is going through and preventing stiffness, especially if you do this practice in winter time. Your joints might feel the cold or feel stiffer more during that season. Okay, so 5 to 7 circles with your shoulders. Then we go into your neck rolls. So let your head be heavy. Circle around. Now, if you find that this is uncomfortable, maybe just do a half pendulum from one ear, shoulder, and then roll the head forward and down over the other side if the full circle doesn't feel good. So make sure you go both directions. Breathe. And once you've done about the same amount of each side, excuse me. Okay, so facing me, you're gonna step or jump your feet wide, just wide enough to feel strong, nothing too crazy. We're gonna turn right foot out to the side, your left foot is gonna face forward. Open the arms wide and bend into your right knee. So you're gonna tuck that tailbone under. So you don't want you sticking your bum out, that will switch your core off. So tuck the tailbone under, hips are nice and open, chest is open. Now I'm finding a lot at the moment that people's shoulders are really fatigued. So if this is the case where it's really sore, just bend the elbows and palms face up. You are still actively working. There's just not that much pressure in the shoulders. Okay, focusing over that right hand, lifting tall. Good, so we hold to build muscle stamina and mental stamina as well. 2 more breaths. Good. Keep your legs exactly as they are. Reach forward. Rest the forearm onto the thigh and bring left arm to the sky. Again, if there's any shoulder pain, drop the elbow a little. So with this one, again, tuck that tailbone under. Lengthen. Breathe. So focus on length through your spine, length through your breath. And you're not collapsing your weight down, you're always lifting up nice and tall. Take 2 more breaths here. And on your third inhale, reach back up, relax your arms, straighten your legs. Let's turn the feet around, other way. Okay, so you're still sideways. Open the arms out, bend into your left knee. Holding strong. Chest is open and relax your shoulders. Now, if you're feeling any pain in that front knee, bring your weight slightly. You might need to bring your back leg further away from you or bring your weight up. Just little adjustments can make a big change and shift to your practice and to the muscles that are being activated here. 2 more breaths. And then reach it to the left, rest the forearm, open up, side angle. Breathe. So whilst you're resting, you're not collapsing down. Lift up and lengthen. Good, take 1 more breath here. And then when you're ready, inhale, slowly come up, straighten your legs, turn your feet forward, relax your arms, step or jump your feet close together, shake it all out. 2 to 3 hip circles each way. Good. Okay, we're gonna do 1 more round. So step or jump your feet wide. Turn the right foot out to the side. Open the arms, big deep breath in. Exhale into your warrior 2. Breathe. So relax your shoulders, arms are active. Control the breath. This will help you to focus your mind. Good. Okay, 2 more breaths. And then we reach it forward, rest the forearm, open up. This time we're gonna wrap the arm behind your back. So rather than have the shoulder drop, pull it back. Breathe. Lengthen head, lengthen tailbone, lengthen legs. 3 more breaths here. Doing great. Inhale, release, come back up and relax those arms. Turn it around. 1 more time. All right, so left foot turns out. Open up, big deep breath in. Bend into your warrior. Lift tall. Slow the breath. Good. So we want to be opening up those hips, stretching through those inner thighs, strong through the knees, strong through your ankles. 1 more breath. And then reach it to your left, resting onto the thigh lightly. Reach the right arm up so you've got the extension and then wrap around your back. Breathe. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, reach it up. Come back up to standing. Relax your arms. Turn your feet in. Step or jump your feet together. Shake it all out. 2 more hip circles each direction. Nice work. Very good. Okay, we're going to do some balancing next. So those of you who need to use sort of like support, facing sideways, so that way you're not relying on it fully, it's just there if you need it. So we're going to come into your tree pose, standing on your right leg, shift your weight, but again you're not collapsing down. Option 1, foot to the ankle, foot to the calf, or foot to the thigh. And the 2 are pressing together. Bring your hands to your heart center, lifting tall and breathe. Now, if you notice you're constantly doing this, come to a position or use a wall or a bar that I have over here to help you balance. The key is to ground your energy, and the key is to not get frustrated, which is what sometimes can happen when we don't get our way. Breathe. Is it good? And even if you wobble, it doesn't matter. Hold the pose, lifting tall. Take 2 more breaths. And once you're done, slowly release, shake it out. So with balancing poses, it's really to teach you or remind you, there's nothing really you need to learn, how to be present, okay? Life really teaches us to be busy, to doing one thing from the next to the other. So becoming still again just takes a little patience and a little persistence. It is always within you. And slowing things down can feel a little foreign, especially if there are a million and one things to do. So when you are here in this moment, your focus is on what you are doing. You're giving everything, your attention and intention, to your breath, to your physicality right now. And you'll notice your mental state shift. And if you do lose your balance, just come back into it like nothing. Take 2 more breaths. And release, shake those legs out. Okay, we're going to just stand. So I'm going to turn around. We're going to do some shoulder mobility. So option 1 is you're going to grab a hold of your wrists and pull the elbows back. Option 2 is you can grab the forearms, elbows back. Sorry, and then from here, elbows, shoulders back. Or if it's available to you, you're going to come into reverse prayer. So choose your variation. It's just what depends on your shoulder mobility and your wrists. Stand tall and shoulders back. Okay, we're going to close your eyes here. Is it good? So every inhale, you expand and lift up. As you exhale, you soften and move into that space. Again, grounding your feet into the mat. And you can always use affirmations. I'm grounded, I am supported, I belong, I am safe. Whatever you tell yourself, you become. And it becomes your reality. That's it, good. And you have to believe it to some level. All right, 3 more breaths here. And gently release. Good job. Right, shake it out. That was a bit uncomfortable. Okay, let's circle the wrists around. Spread your fingers, scrunch them up. Few each direction. Excellent. So we're going to do one more balancing pose. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go back into your tree pose. So again, I'm going to turn on a slight angle for this one. So come into your position or your variation, standing nice and tall, hands to heart center. If you would like, you can change the variation of your arms. The key is to stay focused and balanced. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Lifting tall. We might hold for a little bit longer than 3 breaths. So 3 more breaths. So let's do 6 breaths in total. And often counting your breath will help you to train your mind to be more focused. I have a lot of students who don't count, so I am totally used to it. All right, bring those hands back to your heart center. Bring that left knee forward. With control, take the left leg back, straighten it out. Now you can point your toes or flex them, doesn't matter, as long as that left leg is extended. As you can see, my standing leg is bent. But if you feel better to straighten both legs out, then do so. Keep the chest tall, keep your core on. Hold your pose, warrior 3. And 1 more breath here. Focusing. All right, and gently come up, release, shake arms and legs. Okay, 1 more over the other side. So tree pose to start with. Either foot, ankle, calf, or thigh. come into your variation of your tree pose. So remember, hands can be heart center. You can open your arms out wide. You can bring them up into a Y position, or you can also bring palms together to the sky. Wherever you are, lift tall, keep focusing, grounding that standing leg and reaching to the sky above. Good. Be intentional, lifting up tall. Nice work. Bring your hands back into your heart center. Bring your right knee forward with control. Take your leg back. Again, point or flex the foot. And what that does is it stops you from waving the leg around. So if this is floppy, you're going to wobble around even more. So keep that leg nice and strong. Keep the chest tall, shoulders relaxed. Find your focus point. Even if you lose your balance, slowly come back into your warrior three. Do not get frustrated, just come back into it like nothing. One more breath here. And slowly come out, release, let's shake it all out. Very good. All right, we're almost there. Come towards the top of your mat one more time. Grounding your feet, palms together. Big deep breath in. We're gonna reach up, in slightly back. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Bring your fingertips onto the mat. Step your left leg back, drop the knee down. Keep your left hand onto the ground, twist open to the right. As we did earlier in your side angle, wrap the right arm behind your back and open up that shoulder. 2 more breaths. And release the right hand inside of your right foot. We're gonna tuck the toes under at the back, lift your knee, swivel around towards the back of your mat. Now your right knee will bend on the ground, right hand onto the floor. Make sure your front foot is flat. Open up left side and wrap the arm behind your back. 2 more breaths. And release the hands down. Okay, step your knee back, drop into child's pose. One more breath in through the nose and breathe it out through the mouth. Okay, roll it up. We're gonna come onto your back, knees to your chest. So I promise we're almost there. Okay, knees to chest, hug it in. If it feels good, rock side to side, otherwise just hold your pose. Nice little back massage. Whether you're rocking side to side or not, just the intention of pressing down helps to release some of the pressure in your back. Great, come back to center, ground your feet. Arms nice and long when you come into your bridge pose. So shuffle the arms down, so shoulders away from your ears. I like to use the gauge of fingertips touching the heels, but that's not always gonna work for everyone because, again, legs, position, torso. So grounding your feet, arms pressed into the floor, tuck the chin in a little. As you inhale, scoop the tailbone. As you exhale, lift up. Walk the arms a little closer, pressing them into the floor and lift up. Big toes are pressing into the mat. Again, breathing in and breathing out. So in your position here, if you are noticing more of the tension is in the front of your thighs and your knees, bring your feet underneath your knees. So we want the glutes to work and your hamstrings more than anything else. 2 more breaths. And roll the spine down. Let's go into happy baby. So knees towards your armpits, grab a hold of your feet or the ankles. And if you can, rock side to side, just hold your pose. Good. Couple more. breaths. So what can happen is when we tight in a pose, we forget to breathe. We hold on to the breath. So no matter how tight you feel, keep breathing. This will help to override that stress response that you're so used to. All right, let's bring it back to center. Release your legs down. Give everything a good shake out to release. We've got one pose to go, which is going to be your spinal twist. So bring your right knee to your chest, left leg stays down, left hand onto the right knee, right arm opens out. When you're ready, big deep breath in. As you exhale, take the knee across your body to the left and open up through the right side. 3 more breaths here. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. I've had a very busy morning of people walking past. Okay, inhale, back to center. Trying to find different locations to do our practice so you can get to see a little bit more of Sydney. Okay, knee to chest, left one. Open out that left arm to the side with your right hand. Take the knee across and turn your head to the left. Now, sometimes when your hips are tight, you might feel a catching in that left hip. If that is the case, you just need to rotate a little bit more onto your side, and that should relieve that discomfort. Two more breaths. And once you're done, slowly come back to center. Release, shake those arms and legs out. Take a few moments here to ground one more time. Let your feet flop out and let your palms face up. Close your eyes. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose. Breathe it out through the mouth. Again, breathe it in. Let it go. And last one, inhale fully and let it go. Now stay here for as long as you would like to let everything really settle in, to recalibrate and realign. And as you continue on with your morning, your day, or your evening, always remember that you are a beacon of light. Being yourself authentically is where your power is. And in doing so, you are a light and showing the way for others to be themselves. So have a wonderful day, and always remember, you are amazing, you are enough, you are a divine being, and appreciate yourself as you are in this moment.